ora, talofa, bula vinaka, ni hao. I'm Catherine and I work for Watercare as an education coordinator. It's a really cool job. I get to visit schools all over Auckland to teach students about water and wastewater services. But today we're all about the why, or water, and in particular, the why in our kai. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've got some cool activities for you to do in the classroom or at home, and a super duper assistant to lend a hand. And hopefully you'll gain a whole new appreciation of how precious why is. Water is the essence of life. Our bodies need water to survive. Watercare's made a cool little book called Salmon Flow's Watery Adventure, which tells the whole story of how water reaches our taps. It also tells us how water makes our bodies healthy. Have a look at this image. Water allows my body's cells to grow and reproduce. It cushions my brain and joints. Water is in my lymph system, which helps me to fight off illness. It helps me to digest my food. Water regulates my body temperature. It moistens tissues such as my eyes, nose and mouth. Water helps deliver oxygen all over my body. It flushes away my body's waste, mainly through urine, wheeze, sweat and poo. Our bodies are made up of about 60% water. When I think about that, I imagine us all blobbing around the playground. But in reality, why is in all parts of our body. It doesn't slosh around. Fun fact, did you know that our brain is about 3/4 full of water? Put your hands together like this, and now let's pretend it's your brain. From your knuckles down to your wrists is about 3/4. That's a lot of water, and yet you can't feel it or hear it. Does anyone know how many glasses of water we should drink in a day? Have a look at these. It's recommended that children aged 9 to 13 years should drink 7 to 8 glasses per day. That's almost 2 litres. Hands up if you think that you drink that much water in a day. Hands up if you think you need to drink more. It seems like a lot, but you're in luck. Did you know that fruit and veggies and other liquids contain why too? Stay with me and I'll come back to that shortly. Where does drinking water come from? When I say go, turn to your neighbour and ask them. Go. Did anyone say from the tap? Our job at Watercare is to take water from catchment areas, such as dams, and pipe it to treatment plants around Auckland for processing. It's then delivered to your house via underground pipes. It arrives clean and delicious. What do you use tap water for? Okay. In groups, I want you to think about all the ways you use water at home and create a brainstorm. When your teacher thinks you have got all your ideas down, share them with the class. Welcome back. Let me share with you the brainstorm that I've made. Give yourself a tick for every use. We got the same. Did you have any uses that were not on my list? Now I'd like to introduce my assistant Mila.
Hi everyone.
Mila is going to help me with this next part. We talked about how it's important for humans to drink wine to be healthy and grow. Did you know that it's not just humans that drink water? Mila, can you think of anything else that needs water to survive?
Animals need water. Oh, and plants need water too.
You're so right. Lots of plants need water too, and some of them also have a high water content. This means they contain a lot of why. There's one summer fruit that's very popular. Let's see if you can guess what it is. It has the water content of 92%. It's juicy, green on the outside and pink on the inside. Can anyone guess what it is?
Watermelon.
Yum.
Yum.
Your teacher has a cool game for you to play now about guessing the water content of different foods. Push pause and match up the pictures with their name and the percentage of water you think each has. When you're finished, push play and we'll go through the answers together. Wonderful! Let's have a look at how you did. How did you get on? Who was surprised at some of the answers? Hey Mila, which one surprised you the most?
I kind of know tomatoes and oranges would have quite a lot of water because they're juicy. But I didn't expect cauliflower would have much water, and it still has quite a lot.
Isn't it curious how some were really obvious and some weren't?
Yeah.
Corn didn't have that much, and yet it's so juicy when I bite into it. And what about lychees or mango, persimmon, kumquats, plantains and pawpaw? So many different veggies. And of course, coconuts. Coconuts contain so much water and they're super yum. Do you like coconuts?
Yeah.
Hey Mila, are you ready to do an experiment?
Yep, sounds cool.
Right, this experiment will show you how plants drink water and where they store their water. Here are some glasses, half filled with whey. Mila, can you put a couple of drops of food colouring in each glass?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Great, and the other one?
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. Now let's put a stem of celery into each glass.
Okay.
I wonder what will happen to the celery. Turn to the person next to you and make a guess. Unfortunately, we're unlikely to see anything happen straight away.
Well, we could try then this one.
Now that's a colourful celery stalk. See how the celery has sucked up the water and it's gone into the leaves? It's travelled from the water, up the stalk, into the leaves. And how cool is that? Maybe your class would like to do this experiment too.
I'm going to get my class to do it too.
That's a great idea. Hey Mila, thank you so much for coming in to help me today.
It was fun. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So we know that it is important for people, animals and plants to have water. But what happens when there isn't enough? Sometimes it just doesn't rain as much as it should, and our dams don't fill up enough. This is called a drought, and it happened to us here in Auckland in 2020. Who can remember that? The dams you'll see in this video are usually full of water. When it doesn't rain, plants can't get enough water to grow too. Look how floppy these herbs are. They're very thirsty. Of course, we still need to eat and drink, so therefore we need to be careful with how we use water, making sure we don't waste it. And that's where we step in. Watercare asked Aucklanders to save water during the drought. Here are some things we asked you to do. We asked everyone to water their gardens using a hose with a trigger nozzle. Who knows what a trigger nozzle looks like? Why do you think we would have asked you to do this? Yes, that's right. The nozzle helps you to stop the flow immediately and only water what you need, instead of blasting water everywhere. So if you're doing the mahi and helping mum and dad with watering your taro, kumara, tomatoes or chili peppers, you can give the plants a good drink without wasting water. Some people put timers on their watering systems or install water tanks to capture rainwater. Others put pots and small containers outside to catch the water. Cool ideas, eh? I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about how important it is for humans and plants to drink water, how much water is in our bodies and in some of our foods. Here's a fun quiz to see how much you have learned. Have fun doing those experiments at home or school. Good luck